question I've got, I spent 30 years and I have a contract with healthcare insurance, and in effect, if this is implemented, what the company will do is drop the insurance, pay the fine. So ultimately what you'll be doing is you're actually going to be taking money out of my pocket. I mean, just stealing it from me, and it's also going to reduce the revenue that can go into the community because I am now on fixed income because I'm retired. So how can you justify doing that? And how can you turn around and look at Wall Street and justify the bonuses that were given to them because they have contracts and ignore the contracts that we have? Then there's the $1.99 billion that went out of the country, and that's per Senator Casey from the stimulus package that actually created jobs out of the country by giving it to companies here that turned around and used it for their company overseas.
Well, I think the first issue raised is a very fair issue. This is something I really had to think long and hard about. If it is the case that companies will start dumping health care coverage so that people can go to the government side, that would be trouble. And that is not what these estimates say. So I've gone to a number of Wisconsin companies, Johnson Controls, Racine, and others, and I've said to them directly, would you do that? And I realize those are bigger firms. They said absolutely not. But I think it's a fair question. I think this is a serious question because, as the man here who's filming me pointed out, one of the promises was that you wouldn't lose your current coverage, or you wouldn't be forced out of your coverage. So that part of it is something I really think about and monitor. I think it's a fair question that I think it will work. I think it will create an alternative that I think many employers won't want to pursue, but it is something that does concern me. I don't have to justify the bonuses on Wall Street because I voted against the TARP bill. I voted against the bailout. I voted against repealing Glass-Steagall. Concerned about it, they voted for the bailout. I said no to the bailout. I said no to the bonuses. Hartley, followed by Dan Hinton.
Morning, Senator. I guess my comment is that if this health care bill is so gigantic and full of confusing issues and entitlements, I think it needs to be thrown out, and we need to start over on this.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm concerned that if we just keep working on this one issue, that we're not going to be able to spend the time we have to spend on jobs and controlling spending. It's already been too much time, and frankly, I supported the effort to take more time on it because people demanded that we take time on it. I asked that there be the 72 hours. I got in some trouble with the White House because back in August I said, we're not passing this thing in August. We shouldn't even try to pass it until Christmas. And people put out things saying Feingold says he's not going to support the health bill. I just said we ought to take our time. But there does come a point where we've simply got to deal with other issues. And I think we're getting pretty close to that point. So I just